नमस्ते, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया। My name is JB Dr. Vishal Saxena. I am Associate Professor in Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. I am Associate Professor in subject Mathematics and Statistics. Today I am going to take a lecture on the module Measure of Dispersion. And this module is from the course Research Methodology and Biostatistics in the program BPT and Bachelor in Optometry 6th semester, Bachelor of Pharma in 8th semester, in Faculty Physiotherapy and Diagnostics and Pharmaceutical Sciences. First we take the definition of dispersion. Dispersion is the state of getting dispersed or spread. Statistical dispersion means the extent to which a numerical data is likely to vary about an average value. In other words, dispersion helps to understand the distribution of the data. Now next we are going to take a particular definition of measure of dispersion. In statistics, the measure of dispersion helps to interpret the variability of data, that is to know how much homogeneous or heterogeneous the data is. In simple terms, it shows how squeezed or scattered the variable is. So it means in the simple words you can say the measure of dispersion shows how much the data is varied, that means how much homogeneous or heterogeneous the data is. Types of measure of dispersion. So we can categorize the measure of dispersion in two categories. One is absolute measure of dispersion and second is relative measure of dispersion. So first we take the definition of absolute measure of dispersion. An absolute measure of dispersion contains the same unit as the original data set, while the absolute dispersion method expresses the variations in terms of the average of deviations of observations, like standard or the mean deviations. It includes the range, standard deviation, quartile deviation, etc. The types of absolute measure of dispersion are: so first, the first type of the absolute measure of dispersion we take is range. It is simply the difference between the maximum value and the minimum value of a data set. So suppose we have a data set 1, 3, 5, 6 and 7, then the range is given by 7 minus 1, which is equal to here 6. So the range is 6. Next we take here variance. Deduct the mean from each data in the set, then squaring each of them and adding each square and finally dividing them by the total number of values in the data set is called variance, and the variance is given by sigma square, and sigma square is equal to summation x minus mu whole square upon n. So in the simple way, variance is given by here x minus mu whole square upon n in summation, where x represents the data set, mu represents the mean of the data set, and n represents the total number of values or total number of data. Next is standard deviation. The standard deviation is the under root of variance. So if we are denoting the variance by sigma square, then the standard deviation is here sigma. We can say it is here. Quartiles and the quartile deviation. The quartiles are the values that divide a list of numbers into quarters. The quartile deviation is half of the distance between the third and the first quartile. So in the simple way, the quartiles are the values which divide the number set into quarters. Now next is here mean and the mean deviation. So the mean, the average of numbers is known as the mean. All we know that here mean means just called arithmetic mean. So it is the average value of all the given data and the arithmetic mean of the absolute deviations of the observations from a measure of central tendency is called the mean deviation. So this is the definition of mean deviation. Now next we take here the relative measure of dispersion. The relative measures of dispersion are used to compare the distribution of two or more data sets. This measure compares values with without units. Common relative measure methods include the coefficient of range, the coefficient of variation, the coefficient of standard deviation, the coefficients of quartile deviation, and the coefficient of mean deviation. So we have seen here what is relative measure of dispersion. The relative measures of dispersion are used to compare the distribution of two or more data sets. So it means here if we have to compare, then we can use here the relative measure of dispersion. Now next we take the definition of coefficient of dispersion. The coefficients of dispersion are calculated along with the measure of dispersion when two series are compared which differ widely in their averages. So it is important here what is coefficient of dispersion. Again we see that here the coefficients of dispersion are calculated or it is given by just along with the measure of dispersion. It is important, so it is given along the measure of dispersion. But when two series are compared and which differ widely in their averages, the dispersion coefficient is also used when two series with different measurement units are compared. So it is denoted by CD, just coefficient of dispersion means CD, and the common coefficient of dispersions are first is range, and coefficient of dispersion here, this is given by x maximum minus x minimum upon here whole divided by x maximum plus x minimum. It is a coefficient of dispersion. Second is here quartile deviation. The quartile deviation, for the quartile deviation, coefficient of dispersion is given by Q3 minus Q1 upon Q3 plus Q1. And for standard deviation, the coefficient of dispersion is given by standard deviation upon mean. While for mean deviation, the coefficient of dispersion is given by mean deviation upon average. So it means here mean deviation upon average. Average means that value along which here mean deviation is taken. So today we have seen today we have read the concept of measure of dispersion, and we have taken some examples. We have taken some definitions, and this session powered by Digital Version 2, Jayati Vidyapeeth Women's University. I hope all of you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in the comment box and I will resolve your problems or your doubts. Thank you.